and play at home for week 4. This week, we're using chalk to do process chalk art drawings like this one. The goal is to try a bunch of different ways to use our chalk. Anytime we do process art with toddlers and preschoolers, it's not about what you make, like when, for example, with this set of bunny ears, it's about the shape of the bunny ears and you know it's bunny ears. But process art is whatever you want it to be. It doesn't even have to be anything. It's more about the process. So that's what we're focusing on today. We're going to show you 3 different processes that you can do with your kiddo at home. The first is normal chalk drawing on paper or on sidewalk. The second is smudge drawing. And the third is wet chalk drawing. All you'll need for all of these things is paper and a sidewalk, chalk, and maybe a little bit of water. So let's dive in. I'm going to use a piece of black paper because the chalk really stands out on it. So I have green, yellow, and some white. The first way you can use your chalk is to just draw and see what you can create. It's easy to make lines, but you can also dot with chalk, which comes out looking like that. You can also scribble and see what happens. Some friends also like to draw with their chalk on the long edge. Instead of drawing with the short end, we draw with the long side. Like that. So that's the first thing you can do. It's just normal drawing. The second thing you can do is what's called wiping. It's kind of like when you wipe your hands when they get wet and you dry them off. You can wipe the chalk and it'll make it look different. So let's see. I'm going to use my hand, but you can also use a paper towel if you don't like the way that it feels on your hand. You can also use just a normal towel. Let's see what happens when I use my finger to wipe it. Some people also call this smudging. Wow, look how different it looks now. This is the part where I wiped it. And this is the part where I didn't. So it's up to you. You can do what you like. The last thing you can do with your chalk is get a little bit of water, take your chalk, and dip it in the water. Then use your chalk on your paper or on the sidewalk. Takes a minute for it to look like it's appeared. See how it got darker after a second? It's kind of hard to see. It's harder to smudge wet chalk. See how I'm wiping? It wipes a little, but not as much as the dry chalk did. So play around with it. Try different colors of chalk. You can try putting it in the water and see how that feels. I like when it goes in the water because it kind of feels more like paint. You don't have to push very hard. And you can still do that dotting technique. You just push down on your paper. Just make little dots. There we go. That's what my paper ended up looking like. Grown-ups, a tip is for younger kiddos or kids who are having a hard time using the little chalk, start with the bigger pieces, especially a bigger, longer one like this one. I hope you have fun with your chalk, and I hope that you try a couple of different ways of doing it. When you're all out of paper, you can try it on a different color of paper, or you can even take it outside and try it on the sidewalk.